Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Hilma Daniel here. Welcome to my channel. If you're coming across us for the very first time, please do subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continuous support. I feel much better today, ne? Yeah, at least a little bit better than yesterday. A little bit better than yesterday, guys. I'm coming from Gogo Skotheni and Monde's conversation, discussion, ne? And we need to talk about something. First of all, I should say that I love them together. Maybe they might just get back together or something. Something. Um, don't ask me. Don't ask me why a gogo can just witch him so that he comes back home. Don't ask me why a whole gogo can have a man misbehaving when he can just mix some herbs and put him in order. Don't ask him. Don't ask me that question because I'm also wondering that you're a gogo and you're suffering. Can't you just mix the herb and witch the nigger? Okay, fine. Well, let us put the gogo aside and let us put these people as normal human beings. So I'm listening to these two lovebirds, and they asked each other a question to say that what do you think you did in a relationship that you think you where do you think you went wrong? Where do you think you really went wrong? Something that maybe you, given a chance, you would work on. I don't know if I'm putting this question as correctly as I did because I watched this during the day. It was during my lunch hour, and it has been a few hours now. So I just need us to talk about it because I feel like most of us, we can learn a thing or two. And Gogo on her side, she said that she wish she could have communicated better, even though she feels he was hurting her. She would have, communicated her problems or issues better than she did. Monde, on the other hand, he's talking about him being out late in the evening. Maybe he would have worked on that, and him just maybe the prioritization of friends, just being out. He thinking, not thinking, but he would have maybe spent more time with his family. But also we must not run away from the fact that these two couple, they were hit with the biggest challenge ever, which was their son. Their son had their son had a condition and he passed on. May his soul rest in peace. And really, honestly, if that condition was given to somebody else, most couples, they could not survive. And there's nothing that might make you fight or argue like children's. Small thing, you would feel the other one is not holding the child right. You would think you are the better parent. You would think, and I remember one day on my side. Now when I spoke about children's, I remember one day my husband left with a child, and now you should see me now. I'm calling, but Amelka's coming back, and until one day he said, relax, the child is with the father, and that hit me, sometimes I think as parent, we as mothers, we think we are more parent than men, but we are all parents. And when a child is going through a specific situation, they had to, you could really tell shame. Okay, fine. You could really tell men that we all get affected by our kids, but it looks like us women, we think we are the ones that are more parents than others. We are the ones that love our children more than our partners. that is just a lesson for myself that I learned from them. And I could relate to so many things. And now, it's one thing that I picked up about us lovers is that we get together loving each other so much, but in the process of our loves and our relationships, and more especially marriages, we hate each other so much, ne? To a point where we are not even listening to each other, to a point where we start distancing ourselves from one another. And I remember in the whole conversation where Gogo then have to explain. Gogo is explaining to say, in the process of us dealing with our son's issue, you are sleeping, you are not going out with your friends and coming back late. And sometimes you say you are coming back like 2 a.m. and next thing you are calling, sometimes you're not picking up, and then you come home like 6 a.m. And with me now, I'm like wondering where you coming from, and it starts playing in my brain that you're cheating on me. And sorry guys, that I'm doing too much. I had the flu and I'm I'm recovering, so please bear with me. So my throat is still busy doing its things, and I'm holding my phone because my thing broke, so please bear with me. My stand broke. I'll buy one, not now, but I'll try to get one maybe in the weekend or so, just so that we can have proper I can record proper with the proper lighting also, just not you guys seeing me so close to your screens like this, so that you guys can see me a little bit far, looking a little bit better also, okay? But once you see me, you must just know that we're about to talk about something productive. I will be throwing wisdom here and there, When you see me talking about something, you must just know that we need to talk about something very, very productive. Where did I add? Yeah, I'm talking about her saying that like where you coming from, when you're coming home late. And then it starts playing with my brain that you're cheating on me. And next, Gogo ended up having a partner. Looks like it's in the middle of the marriage, when it's not really over, and they ended up not working out, and they got back again in their relationship, and then maybe the rest is history. They just didn't work out there. And Monde looked at this as cheating. And what I picked up is that what I picked up here can be a story of most homes. It can be a story of most homes. And I looked at Monde's shame, and it's how he says, I didn't want us to raise our child outside of our marriage. And I looked at him, shame, when he's talking about his mistakes and faults. I don't want to get to the physical part. No, I don't want to get about to that, because that came later, after I think they're busy with their separations. But in the process of them being in a marriage, they didn't. What Skotheni says, Monde never abused, physically assaulted her, but they had these issues that drained them to a point of Skotheni getting out of the marriage. And I want to believe this Monde also cheated. I don't understand why men, I want to believe that he did somehow, because Skotheni also is talking about Monde busy flirting with a few ladies here on Instagram. And so I want to believe these people cheated on one another, in the process they Now, this is one thing that I've learned out of this whole conversation. If I am a man, if I was a man, which I am not, this is what I would draw out of everything. I would say that this story of men spending more time out than spending more time with family is common. Ne? It's common. I know most homes or most men would come here and attest to this or agree with me on this. And what I would say is that it's not that alone, because if you look at the bottom line, you would say that it's spending more time. You know, one thing about when a man is going out, I don't think it bothers us as women when you go out and you're communicating. Like, hi, I'm going out with the friends. Okay, sharp. You go out with the friends, and when wifey calls him, like, okay, what time are you coming? No, I'll be coming whatever time. We're just busy having a few drinks. I'll be coming now. Okay. If you say you are coming that time, be there that time. The problem comes when you say, okay, fine, I'll be coming maybe around 2 a.m. Okay, fine. We are going to be late. I will be coming around 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. Okay, fine, not a problem. And then you are coming 6 a.m. Like, wife is calling, you are not picking up. Like, you know, it's those moments. You know, if maybe men can work on communication. You know, there's nothing wrong. I don't think an issue, even the way she put it, I don't think an issue is you coming late, because definitely you are not going to be coming late every day. That once in a while shouldn't be an issue, where you go out with your friends and you are at a party or you are wherever you are, and then you are late for once, you know, once in a while, you know. And then there's that proper communication of saying, no, actually the party is nice, man, and it's, you know, we might, you know, I might be a little bit late, you know. And then it's a once off thing in a while. Shouldn't be an issue, ne? But communication. Next thing, the person's phone is off. Next thing, the person is coming the next day morning, like, where did you sleep, bruh, the whole night? Where did you sleep? I'm Gogo now at this moment. I would ask the same question, like, where, how? And I am Gogo. I would have the same thought. Are you cheating on me? You know? And I know most women would agree with me and Gogo. Ne? Most of women are us. Like, I am Gogo now. You know, I fully understand her as a woman, you know. But I also want to understand men, that once in a while you can go out and you want to party, and then you know, just communication, you know, communication and respect for one another. And also the other thing that I realized is that when our wife are bringing our concerns to the table, we are failing to listen to them. If your wife says that, I'm not okay with this is hurting me, I'm not okay with you coming back the next day morning, it's hurting me, it's making me think that you're cheating on me. Even if you explain that you did not cheat on them, the brain is like, but where did you sleep? So you don't look at that and think she's nagging. You must look at that and say, okay, fine, I hear you, because that is a way of her trying to tell you that you're hurting me. You know, that is the way of your partner trying to tell you that actually these actions of yours are hurting me. And I think in a marriage or in a relationship, we should be trying to protect each other's feelings, because those are the same hearts that we are using to love one another. When we are hurting them, then we will be left with nothing to love one another with. You mean, you get what I mean? Let's hope you get what I mean. Yeah, I mean, if your partner comes to you and say, no, actually, when you are, you know, coming home late like this, you're hurting me, I think that is not the time you sit and turn a blind eye, which I picked up that that's exactly what Monde did. And that is what a lot of men do. Ne? You don't turn a back on your woman, bringing awareness to you that what you're doing is hurting me. And then you just turn back and let her hurt. You know, in the process of you to continuing to hurt your woman like that, you are losing her. Ne? You lose her. One thing about women is that they talk. If I am to warn my sons, I would say that don't get worried when your wife is complaining. Get worried when she's quiet. That is the moment where you should get worried. Don't get worried much that she's nagging, When she's nagging, she cares. Get more worried when she's quiet. She's just looking at you coming 6 a.m. and she does not care. You are losing her. Pay attention. Now let me sell the women out. Ne? Pay attention. We are not the type of people to keep quiet. But when we see you are doing wrong thing and we're keeping quiet, you are emotionally losing us. Ne? So don't let your woman go to a point where she looks at you and she's not complaining or she's not bringing awareness to the table. Ne? What else didn't I? If I was a man, then you must literally the lessons that you are learning. You must. I want you to take out of this is that when your woman is bringing awareness to the table, don't ignore her. That is truly what she feels. Ne? When she's telling you, I am thinking this is exactly what she's thinking, and it's your responsibility to make sure that she does not think as such. Ne? Because then your marriage or your relationship is at risk, is at stake. Ne? And you don't want to lose a family. Ne? You don't want to lose a family. Another thing that I learned as a wife personally is that a man is equally a parent as we are. You know, I actually have to learn this. Yeah, you know, even when I put my videos down here, I try my level best to, you know, educate both men and women accordingly. But sometimes I lean a little bit more on women. Ne? And sometimes, more especially when it comes to children's, but yeah, men guys are the kids' parents. Ne? And they love their kids just as much as we do. And another thing that I learned here is communication. It's when she says that maybe I could have communicated better. You know, when your partner does something and you are so angry and you feel like you are communicating so many times and they're not listening, there comes a way where we shout. No, as women, you shout, or as women, you are angry and then you talk not so polite. You use the words that you feel like using because you're hurting and you're not being heard. Maybe then we must learn to, you know, if you know his actions are hurting you and he's disturbing your thoughts, make sure that you talk in a polite way, the best way you can. And when your thoughts are not being protected and your thoughts are hindering your emotions, that you need to protect the thoughts, then you protect your thoughts. I think it's fair enough if a man comes the next day morning and you are like wondering, where do you sleep? And he's not understanding, it's about time we buy condoms then. And then I know, even if he's coming 6 a.m., I know that, oh, you're coming 6 a.m., you're a cheater. Okay, fine, I'm protected. Rather than this thing of mind game, oh, guys, we are all scared of diseases. Imagine you went out and then you are coming back 6 a.m. Maybe you men must come and tell us, where do you stay until 6 a.m.? Let us have a proper conversation. I think we need to hear you out. Maybe we judge you way too much as women. You go out, you are out with your friends. Next thing, you're not picking up. Next thing, your phone is off. And then you just show up 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. the next day morning. You just show up and it's hello. No explanation, no what. Maybe men, we must give you a proper platform to explain further to us, as into when we think that maybe you are cheating on us, are we going paranoid? Are we overthinking things? Are we really crazy for thinking like that? Or is it okay for you guys to come here and really, really, really explain to us that when you are out and you go out with your friends, whatever time, and you are spending time with your friends and you are showing up the next day morning, maybe you want to come to us as men and let us know that what exactly do you guys keep doing in the evening until the next day morning. Let me give you that platform as well. Apart from that, guys, we learn. It's life lessons. It's very, very a beautiful conversation to listen to. You know, it's a conversation between two people that had were in a marriage and are sitting. And I love one thing that I love about these people is the maturity. They broke up and we didn't hear too many dramas about them. Ne? Though a little bit of something came out here and there, you could really tell still that Gogo Skotheni is still matured about things, and they're still matured about things. I love that about them. I love that about them. I actually don't support us tarnishing each other. I personally, I don't believe in tarnishing my partner's image when I'm not with him. If I want to talk about something, that I must be comfortable talking about it while we are still together. Like if we separate, then we must go our separate ways without me tarnishing your image. If there's something that I want to talk about, I would talk about it when I'm calm, in the most respectful manner, but not to tarnish your image. It's probably when there's something educational that I need to give, but I need to do that in the most respectful manner as possible. But I don't believe in saying things when he's gone. Nah, if I want to talk about something, I can still talk about it while we are still here, while we are still here together. Not when he's far. Why would I say things to somebody who is far from me, who can't even come and hold me accountable, who can even say that, why would I do that? You are far, I don't have access to you, we don't talk to one another probably. But this is going to be different, because then we'll be left with a whole human being running here and co-parenting. Probably somebody that I'm going to be stuck to forever, because not like other exes where you be like, bye-bye, enjoy your life. This one is going to be in West, I'm going to be left with a whole human being that looks like him, reminding me of him every day. Torture. That's going to be torture, because my son looks like the father so bad. It's my father-in-law's looks. My father-in-law decided to paint everyone like him. People look alike. I think they need a 3-generation picture where we all take a picture of him, my son, and my father-in-law. They look alike. So yeah, I'm gonna be left with a whole little human being running here looking like my husband, reminding me of him every second. You see the torture that we are left with sometimes as women. But yeah, go watch it, ne? Go watch it. Even if you're not married, go watch it. It will learn. It will teach you a lot. Something that I picked up that men complains about is we talk too much, we nag too much. But I also realized that men have the highest level of calmness that we just don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And I personally need to start understanding them and trying to, I think I need to start trying to understand how men think and how men operate, because men are calm. Have you ever seen like a baby falling? Me as a mother, I'll be screaming, oh, my baby, But the man is like, oh no, just let him. Yeah, let him. It's okay. Let him. But you're like, but it's like, no, it's just a baby. He won't do anything. Just relax. But as a woman, you're not relaxed. I think men are designed differently. But as women, we are designed differently. But together though, as we talk, and most of the time, I mean, you can tell when they are in a conversation. Monde is like, relax, chill. No, I'm relaxed, but you can tell she wants to go a little bit high. But it's just us. I think as women, we're just, like that. But you can just tell that sometimes when they are not reaching a conclusion, and then Monde sometimes he just breathe and look the other side. And you can tell the way a man allows us to speak. And we don't allow them to speak like that. Oh, guys, truth is, I want to believe that men makes a lot of mistakes, but I want to believe that as women, we also have a lot to learn, more especially when it comes to communication. I think we quite have got a lot to learn, more especially when it comes to communication there. But I do like the way they put their conversation out though. It's beautiful. You learn a lot. You learn a lot. I don't even want to judge them. I don't want to judge them. I just appreciate the fact that they come together and they are able to, talk about what they want to talk about the way they did. And we are learning. And I actually love that, man. I love that for couples. I love couples that comes out and say, their issues in the most respectful manner, so that we learn, rather than people that are being out in the public painting perfect relationships when we don't have such as perfect. We are all just trying to work on different issues, ne, that comes on the table. I actually love that, and I would recommend you to go and watch their conversation. I love it, and how I wish they can go back together. And it's the hug. Oh, it's the hug. I love love. It's a hug. It's a hug at the end. Oh, it's the hug. And shame, man, it's kids that suffers in this whole process. It's kids that suffers. Only if we can all work on our mistakes in marriages and relationships and love one another correctly, man. Imagine if we could sit like that and then we understand that, okay, fine, I know you made these mistakes, but I would have communicated better. Okay, it's okay, but I also would have listened to you. Then we agree that, okay, I've made these mistakes, I can work on this. Okay, then we go like, I can work on this, and then we all work on the mistakes, and we can proceed. I know if they all sit and work on those mistakes, of course, we are not going to say that they're going to have a relationship where they don't have issues or challenges of life. That's impossible, but at least they're going to have a more happy home. Yeah. And once they were working together very well and they were making money. And that is how relationships and couples should be. I mean, when you're together and you're just making money, you're just, getting the bag. That's actually very nice and very beautiful. Very motivational. I actually love couples that makes money together, where we are meeting each other, we don't have anything, and we are making money together, and then we become rich and rich and rich and rich. The only challenge also that he says is that we started like this, and then at the end of the day we had a lot of money. And sometimes also what I realize is that us, let me not say us black kids, because I don't know how white people live their lives. I've never lived with any. So what I would say is that most people, when we get money, we then don't know how to be humble. I think in us raising our children, we must give them this education to say that money must not change you. Ne? Money must not change you. Don't just get money and then you know, start changing. Now you have money, you don't know what to do with money. What do you mean? It's not a matter of I want this, I can get it now. I want this drink, I can have it now. Nah, the principles remains the same. You can drink your drink in the house. You can, go and drink a few drinks and still go home with a lot of money. You know what I mean? I think we need to, give that education there also, there by money. That when you get a lot of money, that is not the time where you go wild. You still have peace that you need to maintain in a home. And it's better when we all go back to the drawing board in relationships and do self-evaluations and be like, what do I do that contributes to breaking peace in my marriage? And then we all work on that individually, because the common goal is peace and loving one another. That I should try my level best to bring peace to my partner's life and love him, and he must try his level best to bring peace to me as a wife and love me, and together we can have a beautiful home and a happy home, and we can raise children in a better home. Actually we can learn a lot if we go there. That is it. I just want to lead you guys there. Ne? Go there, you learn. We are learning. That's it from me, Helma Daniel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.